Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I'm here planning for the week of July 6th through the 12th. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner, and for this week I'm also using a kit from B&R Paper Crafts. This kit is roses are red. It's obviously rose themed. It's obviously red themed, but this is full boxes, icons, and another full box, some functional things, boxes, more functionals, glittery boxes. I did pull out a habit tracker already as well, 2 more full boxes, and some glitter headers. So got most of the things that I need to do this particular setup. And then I need to just fill it out with a few extras as we go. So to get started on the setup, I am going to put these guys as the headers here. I do have date dots. I am going to use these glitter headers as my second set of headers. And then to finish filling out all of this stuff, I do have, for the bottom washi, these two. They're both really old ones from Michaels. Honestly, don't know if they're even still available, but they were at the time. So I have these two for that. And then I pulled out this whole set of headers, washis from Michaels as well, and then I'm trying to decide which one is the right one. I want it. Oh, these I think are actually from Joann's. I think I'm going to use this one to get that vibe for the middle set of headers. Mix it up a little bit. And then I did also pull out this beige zebra mild liner, which I'm just going to use to write the days up at the top. It's not an exact match, but I think it's going to work out okay for this overall setup. So I'm going to do all of those bits, and then I will be right back so we can do the interesting stuff. Here's where we're at. As you may have noticed, I'm not using this washi on the bottom. That's because when I started to unroll it, I don't have enough left to go all the way across. So I just put the other one down, and then I did put in this skinnier one. This is from an old set from Amazon. So I did just pull that one out to use instead. I have a whole bunch sitting here because I was recently doing my July setups. Usually I put the skinnier one on top, but I thought I would just mix it up a little bit here. I am going to try to use up this last little bit of this one. If you look really carefully, there's little ornaments here, so it's technically a Christmas one, but I literally never make that a thing I worry about. So I will probably try to use it up because it is kind of floral-esque. Okay, trying to keep these little scrippy scraps from getting lost everywhere. So for full boxes, I have these two, this one, and then these 6. So I think things that feel like they naturally go together a little bit. I feel like these two, since they're facing opposite directions and they're both people, are good matches there. These two feel like the same person, so I feel like they should go together. And then I think these two with hands and these two without hands are also good matches, which leaves this one as the one that doesn't have a clear match. But I think that that's going to be fine once I hopefully fit it into my sidebar. So I'm going to start out with this one as my quote box. I am going to raise my quote box spot again, as I've been doing quite frequently recently. And then that puts this one as the other middle one. That goes here. There we go. And then I think I want to put the other people. I'm going to try to alternate people, non-people. So one here, and then this one on Saturday. That is going to finish off that sheet, which is great. Then I can stop worrying about the little scrippy scraps. Then I think I'm going to put these on the outside, I think, with the hands. I'm not sure why. I'm just feeling that vibe. That one goes here then. And then put these two together in a way that hopefully spreads out the bouquets that look similar. There we go. This page is also done. And I think that's looking okay. Moving on to the sidebar, I said I was going to try to use up this washi. So that is what I'm going to start with here. I don't think you can see the line for the quote box through enough to worry about removing it. There we go. And then I did pull out a habit tracker, as you saw when I flipped through things. This is a leftover from my stash. So I'm just gonna put that in here. Maybe from chasing shells, not totally sure, to be honest. Sometimes these leftovers, once I put them in my stash, they get mixed together. I do want to put a little Instagram icon for this. Let's see. There's not really, I don't have a red, but I feel like this kind of coral color does go pretty well, so I'm going to use that. There we go. Set that to the side again. Next up, I feel like I need a skinnier strip to divide things because it's a bit much, I think, to only use the wide strips. So I'm gonna stick this one in next, and then I am gonna put this long checklist, and that's gonna be for my meal tracking for dinners. There we go. And then I'm gonna put another one of these going across. It's so hard to make this straight. Hang on. Let me put this upside down so that I can line up on this edge and hopefully get it a little bit more straight. Yeah, there we go. I think that works. I got that. There we go. And then I still have a little bit of space left to fit in something else beyond this last full box. So the last full box will fit down here somewhere. So I think I'm gonna stick in just like a short checklist for a couple of to-dos. I will put in a remember header. Why not? Add a little bit more of this tan color in this space. There we go. And then the other full box. Okay, that fits pretty seamlessly. So I think that's where we're gonna go. I still have this little bit of this particular washi left, like this much. So that's like maybe 2 strips to be used. So hopefully I can find a spot for that. We'll see how that goes. Moving on to the days of the week. So for work, I feel like every week work is insanely busy now. So maybe I need to put in wider boxes for work again. So I think I'm gonna use these guys maybe. Because I feel like work should get to take up a little more time because it is draining like literally all of my energy right now. So I'm gonna put in a few of these guys like so. And then I do want to put in some sort of work icon. I don't think I have a lot in the red family. I could certainly use some of these flat lays. I could use some of these guys. Typewriters are cute. Or the desks. All right, let's see if I can use some of these desks. These are from Creative Cavern Studio. So I'm going to start out with a red one here. And then I think I could use a dark brown. And then I think I'm going to pull out this one, and then maybe white will be the last one I use right here. All right, there we go. Putting that in. Also on Monday, I do want to mark just a little trash icon to remind us to take out trash and recycling. I think I'm just going to put that up here at the top. I also have my plan with me going up. I feel like I already used the icons that I would most want to use for that, but no big deal. Oops. All of these holders of my sticker stash are like photo albums from Dollar Tree, and so now that they're several years old, they fall apart quite easily. Which YouTube? Maybe I want to use these guys. So these are also from Creative Cavern Studio. They're Aspens with the YouTube logo. There's not a lot of bright red in this kit, despite it being called Roses Are Red, but I think these will still work. Could I use one of these? Sure, I think that I can make that work. So stick down a little thing, and a little aspen. There we go with that one. That's all I have scheduled for that day as far as I'm aware. Tuesday, I currently have nothing scheduled. Same with Wednesday. We're just gonna have to see how the work week goes, basically. On the second half of the week, I think I want to use this one here. And then maybe this one. There we go. And then I'm gonna put in my little work icons. There we go. And then Friday, I will have a video going up. I believe it is going to be my June monthly. By the time you see this video, whatever that is will be up, so you can watch it on my channel. So there's that. And then over the weekend, I currently don't know what we're going to be doing. Hopefully something fun. I'm a little tempted to use this like a weekend banner. All right, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna put it up here at the top, like I put my work stuff on work days. Use my little ruler. There we go. This is now how much I have left that's still actually sticky. So I feel pretty good about saying that particular washi is done. And I'm very good with that. So here is where we are at with the pre-planning. I think it's looking super cute. I do still have icons, some functional things, more functionals, boxes, and glittery boxes left. So I will definitely be pulling those in during the week. But stick around for just a second and you can see the finished spread. All right, here's the finished spread. I'll give it a little wiggle and a twerk. I think that I used the kit really well and just used up some things really well. So if I don't mention it, it did come from the B&R Paper Crafts kit. As you saw before, I did finish 2 pages of this kit completely. And then I just have a very small amount left. A few icons, some functional stuff, a few boxes, some date dots, things like that here. So really used up this kit super well. I did also finish this washi. So that's another one finished, which is great. Pulling in some other things. This habit tracker, I believe, is from Chasing Shells. Not totally sure there. This is from Piper Paper Company or Jessica Aaron Designs. All these little desk icons from Creative Cavern Studio. The little Averys from Creative Cavern Studio. Or these aspens, the little aspens, and then all these little Averys here, also from Creative Cavern Studio. I did also pull in a couple of dots from my leftover stash. Not totally sure where they came from, but used those. This washi, I think maybe from Joann's. This top one from Michael's and this bottom one from Amazon. What else did I pull in? This little pizza guy from Sweet Avis Paper. This little guy from Courses Creations, and I think everything else I already talked about. So really pulled in a lot of stuff. Oh, and the zebra mild liner up here. So that I think it turned out really good and colorful and fun, and definitely a different vibe for summertime, but I still really like how it turned out. So as always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below, or if you're not feeling chatty, leave me a rose emoji just to say hi. I would love to hear from you. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. You can see in progress and finished spreads, bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.